Hey guys, how are you? This is Esthianoe again. Like I said, we'll be having a relationship talk. Let us talk about relationship. It's very, very crucial, and that's why I think that is a kind of topic that one needs to deal with. All right, so before we even start talking about what relationship is or what relationship is not or whatever, we need to really know what is relationship. When we're talking about relationship, we mean relationship means connection between two or more people. When we talk about connection, that means something binds you guys together. You must really be able to know that. So now I'm going to be talking about types of relationship that we have. That means we have the family relationship, we have the friendship relationship, we have the romantic relationship, and then we have the acquaintanceship relationship. So, and I'm gonna be dealing with the romantic relationship. When I mean romantic, I never said don't let your mind quickly go to romance. All right, so I'm going to be dealing with this. When I say romantic relationship, I mean the love two people actually share so that they can actually get married. All right, so why am I dealing with this? Because I've seen a couple of times where people said I'm bored of my relationship, I no longer have this spark for my relationship, I am really, a lot of complaints like that. Or this guy said he no longer loves me anymore, he jilted me, blah blah blah. So, and also some people really want to commit suicide and stuff like that. So we need to deal with all that. All right, so, and that's why I'm going to be talking about how we can build this thing up so that we will not just be so messed up. All right, so I already mentioned the types of relationship we have, and I said I'm going to deal with one, which is the romantic relationship. All right, now we are actually in this kind of age where people no longer want to date someone for their character, no longer want to date someone for, what they can actually bring to the table and all. When you see a girl with big boobs and then bigger butts, all this kind of thing, we're like, oh, this is my type, this is who I want to really go for. And when we see someone with this curvy shape, we're like, wow, this is really what we want to go for. And now along the way we begin to see a lot of things happening when the girl says, I'm no longer interested in you again, you're not my type, this blah blah blah. So we want to deal with that. Now, someone said to me that when you don't know the purpose of something, abuse is inevitable. So I can really say, from what I've noticed so far and observed so far about relationship with the young people today, I can say that they are really abusing it. So, and there is one relationship I never mentioned. Why didn't I really mention? Because that is the paragon of all relationships. Like, is the paragon of excellence relationship, and that is the relationship with Christ. Now, when I'm talking about relationship with Christ, I mean you accepting the life of Christ, because Christ already is now in you. You understand? So Christ is in you. And when we talk about love, we talk about endurance, we talk about all these qualities that ought to be in a relationship so that it can make a relationship last longer. I am telling you, everything is in Christ. Now, so we can say, if you really want to nurture your relationship and you want to nurse it so well, I can bet with you, your safer bet is Christ. So, and that is actually the example of love for the whole world. Now, what are we talking about? So there are three things we need to know if we really want to grow our relationship, if we really want it to work out. Okay, I want to tell you something, that relationship is not sprinting. Sprinting has to do with speed. Relationship has to do with marathon. Marathon, you have to endure. Even when you're tired, you keep on saying to yourself, you have to endure. You understand? You have a reason to keep on going because your mind is towards the goal. Now we are in the world where people like sprinting. People just like sprinting. All right? So, when the speed, you're already there and you're like, I'm no longer interested, blah, 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 and all. But when we talk about marathon, it has to do with endurance. Like, even when you're tired, you're saying to yourself, no, I can continue. So, when you see relationship as a marathon race, what it does for you is that even when the lady wrongs you, or when you are bored, or when you no longer have that spark anymore, even in your marriage and all, let me tell you something, you have something to fix your mind on. So what am I telling you? Let your relationship be like a marathon race. Don't let it be sprinting. Life is not all about sprinting. And yeah, to have a successful relationship, you must see that you have to endure. And when we talk about endurance, it's still in what? It's still in Christ. So now you need to take a cue from Christ. And one thing I need to mention is that we are in this kind of age where people say, oh, I want to be like Beyonce, I want to be like Rihanna, I want to be like Shakira. I am not saying any of that is bad. But really, you can never know what is really happening in some other people relationships. So I'm going to tell you that these people you're talking about, they are imperfect creature. But the only perfect person on earth, I mean, that can also make anyone perfect is Christ. So what am I saying? Take a cue from Christ's relationship. It's the best for us. So now I'm going to be talking about 4 types of, three things that every relationship is actually on. 3 things you need to know. If you don't know these 3 things, your relationship is going to crash. So that is why the next time we'll be talking about this. Take care of yourself. Make sure you share this and you like my page.